time trap to pop. Mosh pit goes out. Ruben's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the blow bus on the backside, but the duo gets thundered and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting struck down, EDC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Crazy.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.
Good evening, welcome to twitch.tv/eltaquito. I am running just a little bit behind, so we're going to do this real quick, get into the game. Tonight, Storm Div Qualifier semi-final number 2, I guess technically it's the bottom half of the bracket, not relevant to a loser's bracket or anything like that, no ma'am. Just, there's 4 teams, this is one of the semi-finals. We got Censor Ship, part of the CCS region, or part of the CCS organization against Error404. Should have a great match for you. Bands came through, Altric Pass, Garden of Terror. I put Garden of Terror on there twice. Braxis Holdout and Battlefield of Eternity are the map bands. We're going to Tomb of the Spider Queen. Sylvanas, come here. I told you to stay. Come here. Sit. Stay. So we're going to jump into the draft. I'm going to tell them that we're ready to go, and we shall get going. Good girl. Okay. You want that one too? Free. Told them we're ready. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, I was late on the intro. I didn't realize we had our full lobby, so they were at the point of waiting on me. But we should have a good set. I see. Oh, Nathanatos is on CCS this time. Not he's not on. Okay, Nathanatos was on a team with Rhett last season, so that's where my confusion is. But it's good to see Breakwood. I recognize Breakwood. I'm not, Coffee! Yoshi! Ooh, wait, is that one of the new... Nathanatos is only going to play Yoshi today. Is that one of the new Pokemon Unite characters? The yellow dude, right? So I was talking to my friends while we're here in the draft. Let's talk about not Heroes of the Storm at all whatsoever for a moment. Back when I was in the Navy, my buddies and I used to do on the GameCube Mario Superstar baseball tournaments with a house rule that if I hit a home run, I had to drink, and nobody else did. But it was my game, and I played it a lot. Blaze gonna be the first ban. He's been really popular here in Storm Div right now, or this season. Zag winner off of the last balance patch, so pretty big pick ban right now as well. So we do Mario baseball tournaments. So I was talking to my D&D group about, hey, do we want to do some Mario baseball tournaments? And they're like, and they said, well, yeah, Mario baseball, Mario golf, Mario tennis, Mario Kart, Mario Party, whatever. Then I had this, I think, amazing idea, because what came out recently, what if there was Super Mario Pro Skater? Oh, Yoshi's Dahaka. Oh, you know what? That's less fun. I mean, Dahaka's really strong right now, but you know, that's a fair point. That is a fair point. But yeah, I think a Super Mario Pro Skater would be a really fun game. So Stukov ban and Junkrat ban. Area control Junkrat with delays on the turn in. Stukov just in general really good crowd control healer. would get a lot of value. Vala first pick. Vala, another high priority hero after the latest balance patches. But you could, like, if even the Mario 64 levels, you could modify those a little bit. Like, you could have different zones designed just based off of those alone. I can't imagine. I never played Galaxy or any of those. So as many big and different types of levels as there are, Sunshine was the other one I was trying to think of. I'm sure you could make a pretty good skate game. Lucio Urel. Lucio Urel, that's a lot of good mobility, a lot of beef. They can knock people around. I think a Lucio Urel comp on Tomb can get a lot of value, especially into a Vala that's susceptible to die. Stitch's Malfurion, Sleepy Roots are still really strong. So I'm interested to see, especially if you get a Stitch's hook into the root. I still think Bile is the superior ult, and Bile at 20 is actually pretty nice with the cooldown. Pardon me, my soda along with my wife made me an amazing dinner before the cast. Very supportive, very, very delicious. So, yeah, I think Bile's just better, but Body Snatcher Stitches is just it's too useful sometimes. Trying to fight into a 5v4. The Dahaka band, so there goes the Yoshi. But again, so Dahaka being able to move burrowed baseline, I think is what the dude's always needed. Diablo is a pretty good tank here on Tomb. There's a lot of walls around the turn-ins, trying to leave the turn-ins, just in general. Lots of really good good engage opportunities for Diablo. I think that's a really strong ban, especially into the beefiness and mispositioning, repositioning of Urel and Lucio. A Nubrak Sylvanas coming in. Sylvanas disabling structures with the objective. Wow, words are going to be hard today, everybody. We are going along for the ride. So, Sylvanas, I really like this pick here. Speaking of which, Sylvanas, come baby. Come here. I think she's outside. And a Nubrak is just a strong tank in general. A lot of people think he's the squishiest tank, but into this team, that might be interesting. I think he can proc shields off of Stitches. Chromie doesn't hit frequently enough. So I think we're gonna see a Beetle build out of a Nubrak. But I like the Maiev. Maev's been pretty strong lately, so I think that's I'm looking forward to them. Oh, the tank player swapping. Nope. Oh, they keep switching back and forth. Dang, I was getting excited to see some Ret on Maiev. And then Hogger to finish up the draft. Hogger, again, just super insane around the control points. So that's going to be the draft. Let's get into the game and see all of the portrait synergy. And more importantly, let's look at a prediction. Who wins? Who's gonna win? I want to know what you guys think of this draft. I want to know what you guys think about the game. I'll show talents here and there. I mean, ETC has a lot of armor as well that he can pop himself up with. So I don't know. I think it's hard. It's hard to really make a call, but ETC does feel kind of bad lately. All right, so we are starting out over here on the red team. We have Ret on Anubrak, Mercy on Lucio. I think Mercy would be a fun hero in this game. Pepper on Urel. Funds bringing it in on Maiev. And Breakwood on that Sylvanas. That is the team 404. Error 404, I should say. In the blue trunks, Can't, Censor Ship, Nano on Chromie, Troy on Vala, Hot Cho on the Stitches, Zenaris on Malfurion, and Nathanatos on the Hog. Early engages, trying to get stacks counted, get a little bit of hooking going on, and the full engage on the Vala just absolutely deleted. You don't really see those early kills like that frequently at this level. I didn't even realize that much damage went out onto her. So watch out for the burst damage coming out from Error404. There's another hook onto the Stitches. Stitches gonna get pulled back. He's at half health. The Urel's bottom lane, the Lucio Maev disposition really bring in a lot of play to this matchup. And there it is again. They go up. Maev just jumps right on in, goes ahead, gets the kill, done. Let's clear up the lane just a little bit, rotate away. We don't want to take a fight while we don't have our abilities. So CCS gonna have their work cut out for them after a very quick 2-0 on the kill count. Von's looking a little bit low, gonna go ahead and vault the wards away from the Vala. Looks like he might try to come back in to get a grab, and still finishing off Vala. Again, 3 quick kills for Error404. CCS heroes not found. But can't censor ship, saying you can't silence us. But Stitches will be quiet for a little bit longer. Just kill after kill after kill. Error404 here to really, looks like they're trying to make a statement. They really want to get into this storm div. Hoggard trying to get this early siege camp, but gets sniffed out by all of the red team. Thanatos coming back up, gonna bounce off his loot hoard, but no, he's not able to get away. His Hog Wild runs out, and he gets knocked back by the Urel and a noob wreck for the disrupt, but Vala dies in the fray instead. Hey. Oh, I didn't take, there we go. Sorry about that. I forgot to take my face off the screen. So y'all didn't see the stuff that I was trying to show at the bottom. I am sorry about that. I always forget one important thing during cast. Usually it's before the cast starts, but past couple days it's been, that. And the dog wasn't even there to look at, so that, you know, that's less fun. Error404 able to get a turn in here if they have enough gems for a turn in anyway. Pick higher tier heroes. You know, I know for a fact, I've heard it from Blizzard, that all of the heroes are balanced such that any 5 heroes can beat any other combination of any 5 heroes. That's what a balanced game looks like, right? That's what I'm told a balanced game looks like. Arden's getting disrupted. Lots of hodgepodge with the abilities. Another turn-in interrupt. Mercy trying to turn in one short of getting objective. Almost seems like a waste of the channel, but it doesn't happen anyway. Nice off the wall push off from the Lucio along with the noob engage, and a big stun from, I think, a noob wreck. It might have been a staggering blow coming in from coming in from Hoggard to secure the kill onto the noob wreck. Maev gonna drop as well, but the red web weavers do get capped. That's gonna be coming in as 2 heroes are dead. I figured it had something. I haven't actually looked at Coffee's tier list, but I'd be interested because I like obscure heroes. Coffee, send me a link to your tier list. First set of web weavers coming in, but the fort gets disabled by Sylvanas, so there's a full team dive in onto the Malfurion, and that's going to be the healing down. Here comes the Dragon's Breath, following the retreat, so that's a revenge kill on Sylvanas by the Chromie. Maiev trying to get out, she is able to follow after that Spirit of Vengeance. And there is the escape, so 1 for 1, and the web weavers go down. There is no fort down yet. That early web weaver phase not getting quite as much value. It was a kill for a kill and a fort at half. But Censor Ship is able to get a turn in as far as coin count goes. Spider Butts, the Gemmas. But Urel working on getting her 18 deposited. Don't want to die when you can have money in the bank. The Cuckoo goes out onto Stitches, but they're not going to get value out of it. Hogger does get blasted back by the Urel. Sylvanas not able to quite get the turn in though. Level 10s are picked up. Here's a look at the talents. Let's run down these heroics for Censor Ship. Slowing Sands, Gorge, Strafe, Twilight Dream, Emerald Dream? Twilight Dream. And Hortipult for Error404 as this fight's about to break out. Cocoon, Warden's Cage, High Five, Wailing Arrow, and I think that's Ardent Defender. Urel stupid stuff, you know. There's the Hook and Gorge onto a Nubrak, gonna take the tank out, but he's gonna be able to burrow one out, probably, unless the burrow's on the cool, but the root into the sleep from the Malfurion in a Twilight Dream for extra insurance, and a crazy hook onto the Maiev at an angle on the retreat. Maiev not able to vault away from everything, gonna go down to that fort. And Censor Ship is back in the game. They just needed their level 8 from the Chromie, their level 10 from everybody else. And that will be a web weaver turn in for Censor Ship. CCS saying, now you see us. Or something. Hogger getting this bruiser camp while the web weavers are descending. The Thanatos, offlaner and Storm Div last season, really good camp management and map management. Every time I see it, I know it's a blend between Nathan and Thanatos, but it makes me think of the Thanatos and Mech Warrior. CCS going for the siege top approach here. It is the boss lane, generally the more popular lane to push down. The top web weaver is about to fall. This mid and bottom web weaver getting starting to get some core damage. That bottom one might actually get that fort with that Hogger there. And Anubrak going in after the Chrome. He's able to get the Q out, but the Twilight Dream does go off. That's going to be a big cooldown burn for Malfurion. It might have stopped the follow-up. That bottom fort does fall for CCS, so now Error404 tower not found. Going to be on the back foot a little bit. How they recover from this web weaver phase should set the pace for the rest of the game. Level 13's picked up for CCS, and that's going to be that fishing hook obtained for Stitches. Again, that was put in baseline a few patches ago. The Slowing Sands out, trying to cause some havoc. The High Five, a really good countermeasure to the Slowing Sands. There's the hook. Nope, it's going to catch Fountain. Can't pull the Fountain, so nothing. Level 13s for both teams. Yeah, the Beetle Boys coming on out for a Nubarag. Both teams could get a turn in here, so we should see a pretty good fight. This game is getting well underway. Maiev caught in the trap. The High Five from Lucio going to stop the sleep from coming in, and another High Five onto a Nubrak is going to get him out of that Slowing Sands where he was about to be bug splatted. Speaking of errors. So Nubrek walking away, but coming in to disrupt the turn-in. Vala not going to get that turn-in, but Chromie with 21 gems is going to make it happen. He's going to put it at 50. They still need the 5, but Stitches grabs the cocoon. There goes the Nubrek. There's the Warden's cage. And my Ev getting popped by the Stitches as he comes out of the cocoon, and a Nubrek going to go down as well. They did not have a whole lot of health for that engage, but they wanted to engage, but they wanted to make something happen to stop the turn-in. Urel needs to turn in quick, and with one more disrupt on the top turn-in, while CCS goes for this boss play. How long before... okay, Stitches watching the turn-in now, so Error404 not going to be able to sneak in this turn-in while this boss happens. And at this point, the boss is getting capped. The turn-in should have already happened for CCS to get that Webweaver and Spider going at the same time. But Vol is going to take care of that turn-in in the top lane. This Bruiser camp getting picked up by Lucio, who's going to go ahead and be back. They're going to want to come into the top lane before the Webweavers get down to stagger out the boss and the Spiders. There goes the Strafe. It is only level 10 Strafe right now. Chromie at triple-digit health gets saved by the Stitches. Stitches grabbing that Maev. Maev going to get caught in all of the CC from CCS. I know there's a can't stun CCS team, but I'm surprised it's not a crowd control CCS team. Webweaver now caught up to the almost dead boss. This top keep is in danger. The mid fort does fall. Urel trying to put up a little bit of a defense, but this is a big push coming in top lane. There's a hook on a Nubrek who's gonna burrow out before the root comes down. A little bit of mistiming from the Malfurion, keeping the Nubrek alive there, and a hook from Maev onto Stitches. That's going to be the pull of the cocoon, immediately getting blown up by CCS. There's the Wailing Arrow. Strafe once the Wailing Arrow subsides, but the Twilight Dream as a counter silence onto the Urel. Here comes Maev in on the ball, and it pulled into the Warden's cage. That's going to secure that kill. Error404 going in on the push. This was a 5v4. It's now a 5v3. They're going to try to chase kills, but in the meantime, they lose their bottom keep to Hogger and the Webweaver push. That doesn't seem like a very worth trade. 2 keeps for a kill, but what can they do with this offset in heroes? They have the opportunity for a double turn-in. They have exactly enough gems to do that. If they can get CCS killed and hold on to all their gems, they have an opportunity to come in and really swing this game back in their favor like it was in the first 2 minutes of the game. CCS with the lane management at this point. There is the turn-in on the bottom side. Nubrek coming in onto the Stitches. Stitches trying to get out. He gets hooked by the Stitches still walking. A big hammer from the Urel. That's going to be enough for the Stitches. Hogger trying to get away. It doesn't look like he has Hog Wild available, or the Hortipult was on cooldown. And Sylvanas picking up the second. Resets on the Qs. Probably going to come in here and disable this fort. No, just going to go ahead and kill it. Maev dodging tower shots with the Vault of the Warden. That's going to be that middle fort. These Webweavers have a long way to push out, but Stitches and Hogger dead means that Error404 has a lot of opportunity to push themselves back in. That's exactly the kind of momentum swing that they needed. Almost as good as a strategic pause. Top fort goes down. Webweavers are mostly gone with the entirety of CCS on the top lane. Error404 gonna siege the bottom with the Beetle Boys. Also probably gonna look to get a quick turn in here at the bot spawn. But not all of the gyms. So 22 of these gyms not needed. Quick math says that the 3 heroes here to the side don't need to turn in. They can do some zoning for Urel and Sylvanas to turn in if Urel will get on the point. And Nubrek trying to zone out. Looking for an opportunity. There it is. That's the double turn in. Error404 back in this game. Need to clear out these lanes. Need to push this mid out. Not the time that you want to take a fight, but definitely looking for an opportunity to take a keep. maybe once these web weavers get in here, then trying to pull in and do a lot of their CC shenanigans under a web weaver can bring in a lot of fight support. But right now they need to get XP, they need to get to 20, and they need to get a keep pushed down, at least one keep pushed down, if they want to balance out this game. CCS again has huge lane pressure, top and bottom. Keeps are down. They really only need to worry about saving mid, and they keep their lane advantage. So this mid web weaver just gets absolutely melted. So CCS can't lose their lane advantage on this objective phase, but can Error404 bring themselves back into the running? Staggering blow, pushing the Anubrak out, the web weaver going down. All three web weavers are down. Not a whole lot of push out of it, but there are still 40 gems on the side of Error404. They need to take them to the bank. But here comes CCS. Not a turn-in available for CCS either. So expect to see a lot of laning and not a whole lot of fighting at the moment. And by not laning, but macroing. A lot of macroing, a lot of map control. While both teams try to get their gemmas. They try to get the gemmas. The spider butts. I think Error404 going for the right choice, trying to get a turn in there. Not a full turn in, but just depositing the gems. Lucio getting hooked, getting gorged. Here comes all of the buttons from CCS, but a nice interrupt on the gorge with that cocoon, dropping Lucio out. But unfortunately for Error, Lucio gets melted, but CCS also paying the price with Hogger dying as well. And now an exchange of tanks. Stitches and Anubrak both just popping like the overgorged bugs they are, effectively. I mean, they've got that in common, right? But Urel goes down. Nice shot by the Vala, finishing up the Urel. That's going to be 3v2 on the map with pressure to clear out for Error404. They're in the bot lane. So this boss is mostly free, but it's 3 squishies trying to take it down. But Vala really strong in this late game with that Hungering Arrow Monster Hunter talent. Is Maiev going to be able to make a play for it? Sylvanas is here. They're trying to get the point. They get time trapped by the Chromie. They're not able to cap the point, and Maiev and Sylvanas both go down. Huge staggered kills. Level 21 with a boss. Not enough for a turn-in, but 20 seconds before Urel is up. Another 50 seconds for Sylvanas and Maiev. This is probably going to be game number 1 over to CCS. Anubrak comes in. There is the time stasis cryo sand freeze for sand block from the Chromie, and the stall lasts long enough. Vala and the boss going ham on the core. Hit the Quan, said the Vala. Game number 1 over to Censor Ship. And just in time, here comes our own Sylvanas. Sit. There she is. Go, baby. So looking at these stats, I mean, I don't see anything really out of the ordinary other than Chromie with massive siege damage. Let's take a look at talents. With that, Pierce is able to pick up a lot of siege damage as well, but that Dragon's Breath hits really hard and isn't just blocked by a minion. So Chromie bringing in a lot of work. Hogger and Vala bringing in a lot of work. Hogger doing pretty good on the XP, but Urel, huge leads, huge XP lead. And CCS, after having a rough start, seemed to have a really, really good grasp of control on the game by Sylvanas. And I think CCS played really well and absolutely earned that win, especially clawing back from a really, really early disadvantage. They staggered, what, 4 kills off the bat? And that's gonna be a lot of points going over to Coffee. Coffee, hold on to those points. I still haven't done it yet. I'm putting the exercise point rewards back in soon, so you can make my wife happy and make me do push-ups and stuff. Also feed animals and things. I'm trying to come up with more fun things for the rewards. I think when I start doing some exercise streams, I'll have some more fun things that are interactive for that. But congratulations on your points. You had the faith. So let's find out what we're going to for the next map. And here are the talents. Also waiting to see from... Yeah, they haven't made a lobby yet. What a game, though. This is where I need my co-caster. Darian! Dax, I don't do shots. So I don't have my co-caster at the moment. However, yeah, I think just overall that was a fun game. I don't know about you guys, but that was a fun game to watch. I really thought it could go either way the whole time. Oh, hey, why are you wet? Alright. Well, let's turn on. Here we go. Let's see. Alright, Darian. What do you see? What do you see? Well, I think the Gorge is a really interesting pick here. It's a smaller map, and there's a lot of control zones around the turn-ins. And I think that Bile could have been really strong there, but the Gorge seemed to work out for them, isolating the tank or the healer usually. A lot of times that Maiev with the engage, I think it got good use out of the Gorge, especially dropping onto the slowing sands in the Malfurion route. I think it worked out really well. But again, it's an interesting talent to pick up. Also, the High Five has been a pretty controversial pick lately. I think Sound Barrier has a place. High Five getting a lot of value into a CC meta, though. I think it worked out pretty good. The Wailing Arrows seemed to get a little bit of value, but I might have liked to have seen a Mind Control. I think Mind Control on Sylvanas is the stronger pick right now. It's got a short cooldown. You only have to hit it once instead of activating it twice and risking getting CC'd out of what you're doing. And I really like that Anubarak build. I like the beetles. I try to eat the bugs when I go outside, and Anubarak gives me more bugs to eat. Let's join a lobby. The winner was Can't Censor Ship. Yeah, I don't have the score on that match, on that game summary page. That's weird. Looks like we are going to Cursed Hollow, picked by Can't Censor Ship. Oh, I don't know how to give you quick approval on a link. Just DM it to me on Discord, and then I'll share it. Coffee. What do you think? Cursed Hollow, buddy. Cursed Hollow. Oh, let's go to the draft. Marlo, what's the problem with 6 people in a roster? Alright, here is the coffee tier list. Also, quick reminder as we go through the draft, Zag and Yoshi both getting banned out. What do you think about those bugs getting banned out, little dude? This doesn't look like Pokemon. Dad, what are we playing? Junkrat ban. Junkrat seems to be a pretty anxiety-inducing hero for Error404, so we're not going to see Junkrat this time. Let's see if we get another meta ban out of CCS. But yeah, as a reminder, the Storm Div prize pool is completely crowdfunded. Go to Matcherino, use code STORMS3 for that free 50 cents. A Brightwing ban. I'm interested about the Orphea. I really like running Orphea, but I prefer to combo her usually. Kira's also hard to play though. Blaze first pick, really strong pickup. I approve. I approve of the Blaze.
This is my jam!
And the Lucio changing sides. The Lucio and Chris Hollow, again, there's a lot of walls for him to utilize, and with the Blaze pickup probably in the tank position, a little bit safer from a Diablo. The Tracer going to be very obnoxious. CCS opting for that very
The wait is over.
mobile team style. Cassia and Stukov coming out. And the Stukov, I like the Stukov, especially with the Blaze. Lots of CC here. Cassia with a Valkyrie can do a lot of get over here stuff into the silence and the CC. The Sylvanas still getting banned out. Breakwood having picked doesn't mean Breakwood's playing Cassia. Morales and I would move Valera up at least one. Or yeah, just one. I would move Valera up one.
I stand.
The light abandons no man.
Although, there's a lot of hard stuff to pick her into. I don't know. Alright, back to the draft. The Diablo going to the side of the Lucio.
With every death comes honor. Honor
and a Hanzo pickup, and the Hogger again coming in for Nathanatos. An Uther main tank with Blaze in the off lane. We're going to see a pretty fun combo. I want to see Infinite Strafe with Divine Shield. I would like to see the high-level players here in Storm Div doing something crazy like that. So this is interesting. I wouldn't really consider either of these teams to be cursed hollow comps. I think both teams are going to suffer from map control. Alright, the prediction is live. Alright, so on the red team, Error404, Breakwood on that Cassia, Mercy on Stukov, Pepper on Blaze, Rhett on that Uther, and Funds bringing it in on the Vala. That is Error404 in the blue trunks. Nano on Hanzo, Zenaris on Lucio, Troy on Tracer, Nathanatos on the Hogger, and that leaves Pacho on Diablo. Yeah, Coffee, that's weird. There's a lot of tier makers that will do F through... Ooh, excuse me. That came out of nowhere. F through triple S. And you can really do a breakdown. But a lot of MOBAs, and not MOBAs, I didn't change the thing again. A lot of MOBAs will do that, just like gacha games and so many characters. So a big breakout, or a big split between the teams. That they leave the bot lane. Sorry, I'm still looking at that tier list. If you're watching the VOD, definitely open up the chat and go back and check out that tier list. And Hanzo, that was down here. I completely missed the first blood. Over here by this camp, there's way too much to look at going on right now. And a huge shift in the prediction so far. Let's take a look at these level 1 talents. If you see something interesting, let me know. Make a mention. And a big combo from Uther Vala coming in on the Hanzo. Hanzo's able to jump away and is going to have to go back. Breakwood gonna fall there with just a little bit of health. Troy in the almost into the double digits. A big pickup by the Tracer as the tribute is spawning. Cassian's not gonna make it back into the objective in time, probably. So let's see if Error404 decides to go with the 2-man push in the bot lane through this objective phase. Camps picked up for CCS, but not so much for Error404. So much to watch. Looks like Error is collapsing in on the tribute. Two-man push in the bot lane, trying to overwhelm that Hogger. Stukov zoning off CCS. But now we got a 4-man into the 2. Looking for an engage. CCS, are they going to make it happen? Onto the Stukov. There is the wallbang and the flip. That's going to be a super dead Stukov along with the pulse bomb for extra measure. And just a couple auto attacks. Hanzo staying alive. Hanzo keeps surviving by the skin of his teeth, but traded for a kill down bot against the Hogger. That stun into the vault auto attack reset from the Vala is really big damage, and the repeating arrow already online, so that's going to be auto attack Q, vault Q, and probably another auto attack for the finish. Oh, here, I'll show talents a little bit longer. Level 7s are online. This bruiser, the siege camp getting eyed a little bit, but here comes a hard engage onto the eye. Die for the eye. Rhett safely standing on his own. Stukov silence to be there, but Uther heals activate. Uther gets popped by Diablo, not able to keep his team alive. Here comes the Blaze into the stun to stop the follow-up. Uther avatar does go away. That's going to be 2 kills coming into this next tribute. This tribute most definitely going to go over to CCS now. If they'll get up there and cap, but they're not capping. Diablo Tracer going for the boss. This is a early boss play. Alright, talents are back on the screen now that the fight is over. So camp trades, the tribute gets capped. Big push into bot, putting Error404 into a bit of a bind. Level 10s online almost for both teams now. High 5 in a arrow, pulse bomb, which is just baseline. APOC and Hortapult for CCS. Error404 picking up Divine Shield and Strafe. We are going to get to see that hopefully at level 20 as well. Bunker drop, flailing swipe, and Cassia yet to decide. Probably trying to hold it until required. It is that Valkyrie.
Earn my favor.
This is a must-respond tribute for Error404, and CCS not wanting to go into it. Looks like the start of an engage there, but everybody backing off, moving towards the tribute. Cassian was about to get a pickup, but it looks like either Tracer or Hanzo in for the interrupt. Stormbolt coming through. It's Stukov body block, and that's going to be a tribute pickup for the Cassia. Great positioning by Mercy. There's the APOC. Where's Diablo up there on the top, trying to engage onto the Cassia. Cassia does die. The flailing swipe goes out. Not quite enough to save. There's a flip onto the Blaze. Is Blaze gonna get out? It looks like he won't. There is a double kill over for CCS. Pushing into this middle fort, and again, kills right before the tribute starts to come up. But this time, Blaze should be back in time, so they can fight for this tribute. They're down a level, but they're about to be down a talent here. Simple geometry finish for the Hanzo as Lucio goes down for the count. Now, and Uther dies. So the healers trade, but that's also, no, the tank and healer trades, because Uther's not the healer in this game. The avatar popped, Diablo souls are grabbed, so this is going to be a easy pickup for the Blaze. What started out pretty rough turns into a an evening out of the tributes for Error404. NA arrow doing the NAest of arrows. That's gonna be a 70-second cooldown in the dirt. And looks like a contest here at the boss as the bottom tribute starts to spawn. So that boss going to be ignored. Hogger picking up the siege camp. Couldn't ask for better timing. That's gonna walk out with that camp, or with that wave as well. So it's got an extra wave to protect it from waves in the lane. This bottom siege camp getting picked up as well, but it's going to be easy to disrupt by CCS if CCS wants to take it and clear. The Valkyrie hindered by the wall, but hits the Diablo. There's the Hog Wild on the way out. 4v, now 5v5, but Tracer zoning off the Blaze. Vala headed over to respond as CCS chases out Error404. Uther looking to get and engage. Both teams on that level 13 talent tier. We'll look at that after this fight. And there is the NA arrow onto the Blaze. APOC combo, but the flailing swipe gonna come out. The ensemble on the Blaze. That's gonna disrupt the entire APOC combo. Hog Wild goes out, but it looks like Error404 might be turning the fight after all those ults get blown up and stopped by one flailing swipe. There is the bunker drop. Diablo is gonna be the first fall in this fight. Now Hogger on the wrong side of the team tries to Hog Wild away, and that's not gonna be enough either. Stuka picking it up with that meaty arm slap. Cassia Holt chasing on in. Definitely huge fight for Error404. That's going to be the first curse of the game. Now, the problem here, and this is Taco experience coming into play, which isn't very good. There's a reason I'm not playing at this level. I'm just talking about it. Is you just got cursed up from a 2-2 tie. Every tribute for the rest of the game is a must get because the follow-up curse could do you in. Flip onto the Uther, but Uther is going to walk away. I heard the strafe going out. There was Flame Swipe. Valkyrie not quite going to get a grab. And Hogger is going to get killed. This curse is almost done, but Blaze is in trouble. 1v4, Blaze against the world. That Bruiser King gets aggro, but they're gonna walk away from it. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for this boss right here, right now, or at least try to bait it out. APOC goes out, trying to make a play on the boss, but the boss isn't dead. There's nowhere to zone off of. Diablo goes down, standing around trying to cap a boss that's not ready to be capped. And that's going to be boss pushing in onto an open core. This could be it for CCS in this game number 2.
Blue team's core is under attack.
Hogger getting absolutely surrounded and blown up. An NA arrow on to the Vala in the Sukov. The pulse bomb goes out, not going to be enough damage. Tracer with the recall, gonna get out of danger. Maybe Lucio high-fiving Tracer to being alive, but that back is gonna get interrupted. But the core is at 75% and falling. Diablo comes back in. There's the flame fight to hold them off. And that's going to be Lucio and Stukov going down, as well as the Uther, but a 7%, 5% core. That is going to be it for game number 2. And a huge comeback for Error404 on the game. Absolute control over the map, starting with the 3rd tribute. So far this set, map pick is the loss. Lots of discussion about the talents in the picks. Again, I didn't think either team really had the wave clear necessary for this map. And so I think the camp timing had a lot to do with it, and the ability to take a clutch fight. CCS got a lot of kills before tributes, but was not able to extend that advantage into picking up those tributes like they needed to. So Error404 kept coming back to take those tributes after those deaths. Can't Censor Ship playing really strong. Lots of discussion about, again, the hero picks and the talents that maybe could have turned things one way or the other, but overall I think the oh, hang on. I hear you, buddy. Overall, I think the gameplay was still pretty strong out of both teams. Let me make sure y'all are caught up. Yes, just before I choose an outcome and spoil the game. So, Cocat, hey buddy, yeah, you just want to play with the toy. So again, here's a look at the talents. Really close though. 11 to 10 kills in favor of Can't Censor Ship, and a pretty quick Cursed Hollow. Only 5 tributes, I think. Got the curse, got the boss after a fight, took the win. Yeah, that went pretty quick. What's wrong, buddy? What's wrong? What's wrong? You got fingers in your mouth? Got fingers in your mouth? Yeah, definitely an interesting start to the game. A lot of these big 3-lane maps are starting to get looked at in different ways, whether it's 1-3-1s, 1-1, or like a roaming 3 on a 1-3-1, doing a 2-1-2 like that. I've even heard of some almost league style comps going solo lane, a two-man lane, and just a dedicated roamer like a jungler. I think that's still, fairly popular, but a lot of times I think a lot of 3-lane maps go 1-1-1 with 2 roamers, so I don't know. There's a lot of ways to play them, and I think it all comes down to comp and what you're playing into. Here is some puppy time. I know we all like the puppy time. I need to figure out why that part of everything is keying in, because you can see the planet showing through on the background, because something, I don't know if it's just the right shade of dark, but like right here is keying out, and so you can see the background, and it's kind of funny. Are you just a dark dog? Are you invisible dog? Are you the invisible doggo? I think you're the invisible doggo. Invisible doggo. Alright, go play with your sister. Alright, looks like we do have a lobby. Whoop, that's not the button. That's the button I wanted. So, map number 3 is... I don't know yet. Leave her snacks alone. Who does map number 3 get picked by? But it is going to be Infernal Shrines. Ooh, Marlo getting in on the action. Going from the chat from a Marlo in here like Grandmaster 28. I don't know. I'm just talking about the video game. I love seeing all the flashy banners. I need to make more friends with these Storm Div players to help me out some. Not like carries or anything, just in general. Game 3 hype, that's right. Game 3 hype. Because if you surround yourself, if you want to be successful, you look at what it is that you want to be successful at, and then you surround yourself by people who are successful at those things. Okay, so Troy is gonna sit out this one in place of Marlo. Star Caller, could you just like quickly catch me up on what Pulse Gen does? Is that just improved recharge on Pulse Bomb? Coffee, you talking about Sergeant Hammer? Take Sergeant Hammer into Tracer and she's done? That seems like death for Sergeant Hammer though. She's super susceptible to dive. But then again, I'm in gold. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just look at the shinies on the screen and tell you about them. Stitches ban, interesting. You know, I don't know how I feel about this whole Infernal Shrines thing. Like, it's a super popular map, and I'm not dissing it or anything, but I feel like it's overplayed. A missed ban. I wonder if they're gonna cover that in chat and call a ban. This is what we do in a lot of the off-season stuff, but I don't know about in Storm Div if that stuff flies. Pulse Check is traced with 25% max HP heal on a blink charge if she lands Pulse Bomb. The healing is super strong. Extra blink charge it makes landing. Huh. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I don't think I've ever seen someone like actually take that, but like I said, I play in trash tier. Junkrat ban yet again. No puppy. We're not barky today. You want your taco?
Hogger, hunt them down.
You want your taco? Hogger first pick. Dahaka Vala. This Vala's getting through a lot. Oh, map screen is on. Thanks, Albatox. But Starcaller, I don't see Tracer that much in my level, and I haven't been playing as much recently. Pretty much only been playing my competitive matches, and that's about it. Darian, what are you so barky about? What do you need? What do you need? You need to be up here? You need to watch what Daddy's watching? May, bringing out the famous May. Really, really glad we get to see this tonight. Brightwing being picked up by Breakwood for the moment. That's probably going to be a shift around, but who knows? People are good at different heroes. We might see something interesting, very interesting happening here. The Dahaka Vala, still mobile, still a lot of damage. Really, really the beneficiaries out of the last several patches, other than Zag, and I bet that Zag, that missed ban is probably an unofficial Zag ban.
Anna checking in.
Mal'Ganis and Anna getting picked up, so the Sleepy team coming in, missing the Malfurion for the Sleepy boys, but that is some good follow-up. This is a scary CCS team to play into.
Victory for the Forsaken.
And the Sylvanas coming back in again, along with the Samuro. Samuro is one of those heroes that I just think makes the game not fun. So now I can't decide between my two favorite heroes teamed up with my least favorite hero versus not Samuro. And keep in mind, I do not have a preference out of these teams. It's just I really like May and Sylvanas. They're my two most played heroes. If any of my competitors are watching, that's not true. And Samuro is my absolute least favorite hero in the game. He is absolute trash to play against. He's trash to play with. Just, I hate Samuro. Deathwing pickup though. There's a lot of setup available for him, but this is going to be a mage wing, picked up with the Mal'Ganis and Dahaka. So that's gonna be a quite the draft there for CCS. Let's swap this over before I forget. Let's get the prediction started. I'm watching chat catch up. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like Samuro. One of my favorite HOTS friends is a big Samuro player too, but like, I don't know. It's not fun. On the red side, Mercy on Brightwing, Funds on Samuro. Oh, he did play a lot of Samuro last Storm Div, I remember now. Pepper on Hogger, Breakwood on Sylvanas, and Rhett on May. That is Team Error404 here in the blue trunks. Nano on the other Deathwing, the not real Deathwing. Hacho on Mal'Ganis, Daenerys on Anna, Marlo on Vala, and Nathanatos on the Dahaka. Star, don't feel bad. I mean, honestly, Samuro needs a 16-page guide. He's a very complicated hero, but that's not why I don't like him. It's not from a playing him perspective. Puppy, I need you to settle down, bud. I need you to sit. Good boy. So, Brightwing, the true terror of the skies, on the red team against Deathwing, the, really easy. It's the real Deathwing and the other Deathwing. Early siege camp. Mal'Ganis coming in for an invade, though. Here comes Deathwing and in the back, getting beat up by the Samuro. Deathwing going for the breath onto 3. That's going to be a good chunk of damage into Thanatos, and Hacho coming in, successfully stealing that early siege camp. Let's take a look at these talents now that all of that fun stuff has happened. And Samuro going to be first blood of the game 3. Going into that Windwalker build. Not that I know how Samuro works. Just saying. He took Windwalk. First blood at a camp steal. Can't Censor Ship really looking to force their way into this final. Let's take a look. I know I just dropped the talent. Let's take a look at this build. Look, going for that Incinerate build. So this may be a triple frontline then out of CCS. Those of you playing at the high levels, let me know about this W build instead of the Mage Wing build, because when he came out, I was a big fan of this melee W build.
Active soon. Prepare yourselves for the slaughter.
Samuro Sylvanas doing macro things. CCS picking up a siege camp. Mal'Ganis coming in for the invade yet again, but being collapsed on by Rhett. Brightwing coming in onto the Samuro. This is going to be a 5v4, but Hawk is able to motor on in. There he is. This is a 5v5 over the first camp before the objective comes up. And the camp getting uncovered by the red team. Rhett looking really low. Mal'Ganis is going to be the first one to go down, followed by the Yana. Breakwood having to run out, and the blue team, Marlowe capping the Bruiser camp. That's going to be another camp steal, but they lose 2 for it for none. There's the pickup on the May. Dahaka with a huge drag. Looks like Mal'Ganis did have a little bit of a DC issue in there, but Vala picking up that tank kill is going to be big as this shrine is active. It's a Mortar Punisher that will come out of this shrine, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the teams just ignore it for a while. Why do you say that, Taco? Well, because they've been ignoring it for a while. Oh, now it gets activated. Deathwing doing a really good job of zoning out the rest of Error404 while they're working on the Samuro and the Hogger, but there is a Frozy girl in the Vala. She's gonna walk out. Mal'Ganis coming on in onto the Hogger. There is the Hog Wild. Sylvanas trying to run away as well. Now down 30-8 on the Shrine. Error404 looking for an opportunity to turn this around, but it looks like with the Deathwing and the Vala, CCS is going to very handily take this first Punisher, and they're gonna 39 it. Looks like Nathanatos just chilling. Is he gonna pick it up yet? He does. Okay, they're not gonna 39 the Shrine. They are getting the Bruiser camp. Yeah, that drag was absolutely insane. First Punisher is going down pretty quick. It's going to get a little bit of fort damage. It's really all you can ask for out of the first one if it's not a frozen. Level 9s for both teams. Right, going into the classic E build. phase shift. I think on the Sylvanas. Blue team's is being really aggressive into the red side of the map, which I think is paying off for them pretty well. Hey Crizzo, welcome to Storm Div qualifiers. Level 10's picked up for both teams. Let's take a look. Probably Bellowing Roar on the Deathwing, but we'll find out. Alright, so with all those talents picked up, that is a Bellowing Roar for Deathwing, Nano Boost on the Ana, Carrion Swarm on Mal'Ganis, Rain of Vengeance on Vala, and that must be Adaptation on Dahaka, because that's the one I don't recognize. And look, Dahaka grew his other arm back. So there is W. We almost missed a big old fight here. So that is the CCS Heroics for Error404 Ice Wall. That does look like not Whirlwind. Blade Storm, that's what it's called. Blade Storm pickup. Blink Heal. Slam, whatever the slam is for Hogger, and Wailing Arrow. Shockwave, that's what it's called. Saddlebird, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Storm Division.
Shrine gathers power. Claim it in my name.
Another invade on this Bruiser camp, going really well for CCS. Mal'Ganis with yet another disconnect. Let's see how this works out for Hot Cho. Rejoined already. There's the shattering blow, staggering blow, and another DC. Mal'Ganis really having some connection issues at the moment. Big ice wall on to the Ana, and then the poly from Brightwing. That's going to be enough to finish her off. That's going to be a big kill coming into this Arcane Punisher that nobody's going to want to get. But that Bruiser camp pushing in on that keep wall. Getting a little bit of proxy farm going on. It does get cleared up. Ana dead for 10 more seconds. Blizzard out. That's not going to do much on the Deathwing. Can one of you really, can one of you guys, or one of you people that are really skilled at this game tell me, damage reduction works on Deathwing, right? He can get shrunk by the Tron to Owl. I'm wondering if May level 7 actually reduces Deathwing's damage. If it got took, it didn't get taken this game. But a lot of fighting going on, but no one dying. All the health bars getting low. There is the Ice Wall onto the Deathwing. The slide for the armor, the move speed in onto the team. Dahaka's going to be the first one to go down. Samuro running around the map. Mal'Ganis is going to fall. There's Cataclysm as well. The Bellowing Roar is on cooldown. I didn't see it go out. And Deathwing does go down. Again, Brightwing yet again asserting her dominance as the one true terror of the skies. Oh right, he does 100% bonus damage to heroes. That's still a pretty big mitigation, isn't it? I mean, 40% is 40%. In my opinion. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but. So, a pretty handy fight over to Error404. A big two-man wall. Bad timing with that Wailing Arrow. But here comes the Blizzard on top. Brightwing coming, zooming on in. Samuro coming up from the mid lane. Dahaka is going to have to rotate up and help out his team probably, or maybe he's just going for the pressure. but the Punisher jumping on past support. The support does go down with the help of Sylvanas. Here she comes on into the fight. This Blizzard is not going to get the stun on the Mal'Ganis. There's Sleeping Time Unstoppable. Cryo Freeze coming out of the May to stop from the sleep. But the sleep doesn't last very long on the one target that it grabs. I think that was Sylvanas. That Punisher gets almost to the keep and goes down. Arcing Punisher over. Is that how it works? Is it? I think it would be. I think it'd go down to 120. I think it would be 40% of the total damage. Now I want to go test that. Now I want to look at that. We gotta do it for science. For heroes of the science. CCS coming in on to camps again. Again, their camp control has been really strong this game. Error404 either just choosing not to fight into those camps because it's not worth it. They're easy to clear out, or I don't know if their point control is not as good. Their extended point control on the shrines worked out pretty hard. Whoa, wait, so that press the attack happens almost instantly? Jeez.
Such a feeble mind. That is Muslim.
Lots of things going on. Tanks fighting each other. Camps getting picked up. Looks like this camp is going to be delayed on the cap. I'm going to try to get value out of it with the... objective. But there is the invade, and Anna's not able to get it capped, and Anna and Dahaka die for it. This delayed cap ending up going over to Error404 as the shrine starts to activate. Couldn't ask for better timing on that one either, and then the carry-on swarm not going to go off in time. Mal'Ganis going to fall. That's going to be a 3 for nothing, and a push into this keep. This could be the nail in the coffin right here. Yeah, Coffee, I'm not... I'm not saying, I'm not trying to say I'm right and wrong or anything. I wouldn't do that in this sense. Just trying to share my understanding of how things work, which is not huge, which isn't, it's not big league. So yeah, if it's just additive like that, then that is unfortunate. This core at 30% and falling, it looks like Error404 is gonna move on to the finals against, let's find out. That's, huh. I'm gonna have to, let me find that link real quick. Hang on, I'm trying to find it. Region, alright. Thanks, Arrow. So Region versus Error404 is what it's going to be for the final. We're gonna go on over to NGS, but let me see if I can let's see if Rhett's available, or if they just want to get ready to go into the final right now. Well, I'm waiting to hear back from Rhett Let's take a look at the talents. Let me drop my face off the screen. Matcherino, I don't have the bracket's not working. So Matcherino, it is a crowd-funded prize pool. I am Taco, twitch.tv/El Taquito is where you are right now. At the Lil Taco on Twitter for when I'm casting for, which I don't think I tweeted today. I meant to tweet today. For when I'm casting and also puppies and when my team is playing. So that's always fun. I say always fun. It's usually fun. And I mean, what a fun set. I thought that was a really exciting set. And we are going to get a quick interview with Rhett and Funds. And then we'll send them off to the finals. See if I can find this link.
Yo.
Funds. So Satan himself, because Samuro. I don't know. So I don't know if you like to go back and watch VODs or not, but definitely had my own little rant on Samuro about not being a fun hero.
Oh, don't worry. He is definitely like, I love to play the hero, but I'm okay admitting he is a very
Toxic.
yeah, very toxic. Yeah.
Well, I was even saying like it's not even that he's toxic. Like I don't like to play with the
Wait.
Samuro. I don't like to play against the Samuro. I just don't like Samuro in my game.
Wait, you guys don't like playing against Cimero? When I see him on the other team, I just get so excited. I'm like, yes.
Okay, don't be a what is the word? Masochist? Masochist?
Yeah,
That's the word.
a
That is
masochist.
definitely the word.
Jeez, and Rhett, we got to see the May, so I know that you got to get ready for the for a final against Region, which good luck to you guys, but also I got to root for the home team. Sorry, but definitely looking forward to a really good match there when we send everybody on over to the NGS channel. But real quick, give me your hot takes on those 3 games.
Game 1, I think if we don't die right before first turn-in, I think it's a completely different game, and it would have felt a lot better. And I think I was the one who died. I got hooked, so.
Yeah, that was a crazy hook.
Yeah.
That was the mile-long drag, right? No, that was this last game. Never mind.
That was the stupidest thing. There is no way that hit. I am so angry about that. I said that. I think I've made everyone uncomfortable because I was like, "Ooh, I'm tilted," and like I just shut up for like a few seconds. That was terrible. Game 2 was fun. I mean, that was just a really interesting drafting that Funds brought. And
yeah, I could talk about the draft a bit if you want, Taco.
Yeah. Game 2, that was Cursed Hollow. There was Blaze and.
Yeah, so the idea behind the comp.
Blaze, Uther, and Vala, right?
Yeah. The idea so Diamond Hands, my CCL team, we stole it directly from Storm. I think BBJ's team was running it. Basically, the idea behind the comp is you have a really strong top lane, a really strong bot lane by doing double support, double range. And then you have a mid laner that's very tanky and can safely clear mid, right?
Mm-hmm.
The idea behind the comp is your early game's good as long as you don't int, which we hinted a little bit. But the idea behind the comp is it scales. It's good early game because of how strong your lanes are, and then you scale into the late game and just meatball, and your mid clear ends up being your tank. It's a very strange comp. Like technically there's no solo laner. Maybe I don't know. You turn your solo into the tank as well. I like that comp a lot. We've had mild success, but I was just really glad my team was able to come together and pull it out for the first time. I was very proud of everybody. It's very hard to do comps like that, but everybody did their job in that comp.
yeah, and I'll actually piggyback, I'm actually very impressed that our team has really good synergy. We've only done one scrim, and Funds wasn't even able to make that scrim. So, like, these are like our basically first games together. I feel like we did pretty decent execution for our first time. Although, to be honest, I don't think that comp was super high execution because you just try to get to late game and not lose.
I mean, that seems to be the play with most comps, right? Let's not lose.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
a good start.
I was saying I was really glad to see that May come out, and you went the classic E build. And you might be sad at me, but I found a lot of variance has been helpful with those May builds, and I know that from what we've talked about in the past on May is how strong that E talent is, and anything you can do to bolster it is really important. So what would you need to see in that other comp to alter May talents away from those E talents?
Well, which ones are you talking about?
Any of them.
Okay, so any of the survivability talents I think are very troll. Like the spell armor on 4 at D, unless you like, I don't know, man. Unless there's
no
like,
auto attacker.
If it's like Garrosh and double mage and their entire thing is around blowing you up, maybe. It's like, again, we did CCS. We did a masterclass actually recently on May and a few other tanks. And the idea, May is probably the most survivable tank in the game, except maybe Johanna, right? So many kits, like so many
May
tools.
Gets rewarded. May is rewarded for doing stupid things.
To a degree, yeah, because you have so much. You don't get punished as hard because you have so much stuff. And if you're taking talents that boost that, that's another. You got more issues if you need to boost your survivability on the most survivable tank in the game, right?
Right.
So that's probably first. So some of the which talents are you talking about? Like W? Like the W1 talents is like.
I hate the W1. But like I think Induce Hibernation is good on point control.
Is that the 7W or is that 13W?
Yeah, that's the 7W. And then I like the bottom talents at 13 and 16 if I'm not going auto attack and Black Ice. I think Polar Vortex and Acclamation work well together.
Acclamation is okay. I think 16E is too good not to take, but Acclamation is good. I can forgive an Acclamation taker.
But, I mean, I'm still usually Black Ice. It's just too good.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to delve into that a little tiny bit, and now I need to press my buttons to get back to look at what that last draft was. So we get to see the May with the Brightwing and the Hogger. How did Samro become that pick?
So I guess I'll finally expose. I mean, I've talked about this a lot with different teams I play on. But I guess this is for anybody that's watching that's a drafter. I genuinely believe Ana is unpickable unless it's literally last pick or maybe 4 or 5. Because there's just too many heroes in the game that can just run at Ana and make her life miserable. Samro is like the main one I like to play. Literally anytime I see an early Ana pick, I just go Samro. And the strategy I've developed, I've spent an entire CCL season trying to play Samro 4 man. The only way I've made it work is if the enemy early picks Ana, draft Samro, run at Ana, and your team just plays front to back.
Yeah.
The way it kind of processes is in a fight is because your four other teammates are just hitting frontline, their frontline has to back up to peel for Ana, or their frontline just dies. And think of it as a game of pressure. You just want to live and just pressure the team until the enemy team just collapses their structure, basically. That's why I think Ana is she just doesn't do enough on her own.
Yeah, she's really hard to play if you don't get protected. Now, I am getting, I'm not going to use the word harassed by, I'm being prompted. They are ready for you for the finals, so I appreciate you giving us some time to look into that set and maybe a little bit of May because I'm biased about May. Real quick.
Taco for you anytime.
Aw. Real quick shout outs and then go fight my org's team.
Oh, whoops.
That's my lobby.
I mean,
yeah,
I'm
leaving.
I'm not casting the finals. Arrow is.
Oh, okay,
I'll take one quick shout out and then I'll let you do the rest. Just shout out my mom. Thanks, Mom. I'll catch y'all later.
Aw. I also shout out Fun's mom. And I'll catch you later.
All right, good luck in the finals. And before I leave everybody here tonight and send you on over to the finals on NGS, since this was also a CCS team playing, shout out to Valk's mom as well. And again, I said where y'all can find me at the Little Taco. There's also here on this channel. And let's get going over to NGS, and I'll set up that raid. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for playing.